What I imagine my most transformative learning experience will be like is like lava rising from the earth, splashing down on the hard surface. I like to think of learning within the constructionist point of view. You want to learn to build a house, but if you don't build the house yourself, did you learn to build the house? Can you create before you understand?
I think the best learning experience that I've ever had is my work in the Robinson Lab. And with this comes the grit theory, which is working through obstacles and finding motivation when you're stuck in places where you just want to give up because it's so frustrating.
Most people can navigate just about any setting with the help of a smartphone. Unfortunately, about an hour into my time in Boston, my phone quit on me. Died without explanation. I had an hour to catch a commuter rail out of Boston and no way of figuring out how to get there.
I was like, no. I was like, this is my coat. It was like, shut him up. It was like, shut him up. It's like, take off your coat, take off your coat. Over time, I began to view it as something that would help me grow and just help me become stronger, become a stronger man, a stronger person.
To me, running is very beneficial. It's a way to find peace after any race. If I still had some breath in me, I would think, oh, I could have used that for the race.
I honestly owe it to my dad because if he didn't push me to get up the hill, I don't think I would have the emotional strength to be able to do a lot of the things that I've done in my life so far.
The law of effect summarizes how people observe the consequences of their actions and repeat the actions that evoke positive effects. When I performed a maneuver well, the boat went faster and sailed more smoothly. When I messed up, the boat slowed down, turned up into the wind, or even capsized.
The learner plays the role of the information constructor and uses their prior knowledge as a link to the new information. Each student brought their past experiences to the creation of their hoppers.
Although the motivation to get hundreds and to be perfect hasn't left me yet, I have more reasons now than 100 or my mother's pride to learn.
Going from living in Texas and being surrounded by people who I'd been surrounded by for a very long time to coming over here to Connecticut and not really knowing anyone.
Intrinsic motivation is characterized by doing something for enjoyment, whereas with extrinsic motivation, a task is done for some sort of external reward. While at the Oxbow School, I got to focus fully on my passion for art, making it a clear choice for my most transformational learning experience.
My love of photography catapulted me into a world of self-driven learning and exploration that continues to push me forward to this day. That world, of course, being technology. By using the internet to find a community of tutorial makers, as well as finding small tricks on my own, I've been able to improve my skills in video editing and content creation.
The motivation theory studies the desires or wants that energize and direct goal-oriented behavior. The wants and desires that enable children to learn changes as you become an adult.
He was always on his computer. He was always either making something, viewing something, creating. And I believe I took after that. In anchored learning, much of what you learn is from a coach, a mentor.
One of the biggest learning experiences of my life has been learning through my family and learning about its culture through the foods that we cook together. My dad was born and raised in the New Jersey town that I also grew up in, and my mom is Peruvian born, but she grew up all over the place. So you can see, I guess, how there's a lot of different mixes of foods